What's up, guys? So this video is just going to be me grabbing the remainder of the stuff for the low level gear. And wizard or mage builds have very weird power progression. They get a bunch of stuff really early, like level 10, and then like one upgrade at level 40, and then everything is like 70 and 100 and 150. So this is probably the last gear power progression for a while. So the next two might be just farming videos. But I figured while I'm getting the last of the gear, I might as well explain why we have what we have. So I'm going to be getting an underwormling. Right now is the quest that's on screen, and this will be our third pet. And so we have the fairy godmother for healing and mana healing, of course. And then the Nightmaragon is there to drain SP when we're low. So it effectively acts as an SP heal. And the underwormling allows us to directly attack the enemy's SP, and this can be beneficial to lock out very powerful attacks from certain enemies. And because this is a attack on their SP and not a drain triggered by us having low SP, we can do this even when we are sitting on full SP. So, and SP is just that green bar. I don't know what it's actually called. But that's basically the logic behind the 3 pets that we're picking up. So now we are talking spells. Right now in the video, I should be on the quest for the War Master's spells, and I'll talk more about those. Actually, I'll talk about them right now. So, what makes these spells unique is the same thing that makes the D-Burst spell unique. The fact that they do drain a small amount of life in order to deal a 45% increased damage, and they have a 5% Mastercraft bonus, I believe, which brings their total bonus damage up to 50%. So these are dealing 150% damage at their level, which makes them very, very strong. But there are 4 spells all with the same name, 2 wind variants and 2 fire variants, and you need to make sure you get the ones that attack with your intelligence and not with your dexterity. I mean, the dexterity wouldn't be the end of the world, but it's less optimal. And I might talk about stat progression at the end of this video, and that would explain why it would be less optimal. But yeah, so that's why we would pick up the War Masters, and they behave very, very similar to the Destruction Burst that we got earlier, and that I will show you how to get later in this video, because I forgot that part in the first video. And the only difference is Destruction Burst is a single spell that picks between the most beneficial element, whereas the War Masters, you have to make that decision which variant you're casting. But the Destruction Burst takes a small amount of life to deal 50% bonus damage and has no Mastercraft bonus, which means it does the same amount of bonus damage as the War Masters. I don't know how much life each of these drains, so yeah, but from my experience, it's pretty negligible. So all 3 of those spells are in here because they are very, very damage efficient, because they're dealing 150% damage, basically. And the Destruction Burst is even more efficient because it's what is called let me find the exact word, a compression spell. So it toggles between fire and darkness, whichever gives you the highest damage output. So you get 2 elements in 1 spell slot. Yeah. So you will notice that I went for the Sizzler quest again, and this is because if you choose to actually save, the archaeologist, it opens a bonus shop, and I did not realize this the first time. And in that shop, there's a spell that had called Sizzler Explosion. It has a negative 30% damage mod, so right off the bat, it's only doing 70 power. So it's like, why is this so good? Well, it can never miss. So even if the enemy has like infinite evasion, you're still guaranteed to get your damage in. So it has very niche applications in late game and early game. It can be kind of nice to hit gnats and stuff like that with like high dodge. So yeah, that's why I went back and redid the Sizzler quest. If you will remember back to the first video, we did get some of the scroll spells where you go and collect 3 scrolls and then it opens a shop for you to buy powerful spells. And from what I can tell, each of these spells, the reasons they're so strong is they deal normal damage, so 100% damage at their level, but they have 10 bonus accuracy, 6 just naturally, and then 4 for being Mastercraft. So this means that all these are hitting with a bonus 10% to hit. So all 4 of the spells that we get from the scroll, including the one in this video, do 100% damage and have a bonus 10% hit. So they're slightly more efficient than just any old generic spell. So you'll notice that we're doing this side quest, and the reason for doing this quest is just to get a lightning spell or energy that, quite frankly, right now is not that good. So it's the highest base damage lightning or energy. I'm never gonna get used to that. I'm used to just calling it lightning because it has a little lightning bolt. It's the highest damage energy spell for non-premium, right? But it has a negative 10 bonus to hit, which means it's hitting at 90% accuracy or lower. Or 90% of its actual accuracy. So it's really bad until you max your dex, but I figured I might as well pick it up because I can. I don't really recommend getting this at this point, and by the time you can hit with that successfully, you can get the Mega Hyper Giga Shock. Bleh. And that just does pretty good damage. It's 100% damage with the 10 bonus. So bonus to hit. So it's just like all the other scroll spells we've been using, but the only problem is it's like a level 130 spell. The final spell we get in this video is God, I don't even know how to start pronouncing this. So the final spell is like Gog Plant Parmesan, and it's 100% damage, no bonus to hit spell, so it's just a vanilla spell. The reason it's good is because it's a compression spell, just like Destruction Burst, and this allows it to give you both a water and an earth spell in a singular slot with no penalty. So that's kind of the entire reason it's here, is because it's utility. It allows you to reduce the number of different elemental spells you need at very low penalty. But if you know you only need one of these two elements, right? Like let's say you only need water spells, it would always be better to go and pick the other water spell we have, because it just has a plus 10 to hit and is a stronger spell. But it's good because of the utility. That's why.